Good morning, Blue Jays fans, and welcome to Toronto Blue Jays latest. We're going to talk all things Toronto Blue Jays and have a great time as we step up to the plate, even though the Blue Jays did not have a great time yesterday. So let's dive right into it. Jeff Hoffman unfortunately was at the center of the Blue Jays losing another game. But before that, we watched Kevin Gossman pitch probably one of his best games of the season, if not really one of his best ones overall. Dominating the Milwaukee Brewers through 7 innings, only allowing 4 hits, 1 earned run on the weirdest of all plays in baseball. He ends up basically getting a ground ball on I'll say a gotcha swing at first base, and then on the way over to get the gut ball, he runs kind of into the guy running to first base, and at that point, the Yelich was on third and just kind of strolled home. So, tis what it is. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But that was the only run that he allowed, was this little squibber that just turned into chaos that led to a run for the Milwaukee Brewers. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts for Kevin Gossman. Like I said, it was like we're not worthy level for Kevin Gossman yesterday, as the Blue Jays unfortunately lose another one to the Milwaukee Brewers. So this test of the Brewers coming to town, a test of the best records in baseball, being against each other, is not in favor of the Toronto Blue Jays at the moment. So, that being said, hopefully there's something left in the tank for game 3 here, or at least a chip on their shoulder that they come out with and go from there. But this game was a hell of a pitching match. This duel turned into very, very, very boring baseball until the 6th and 7th inning. And like I mentioned, those were just the 2 runs that scored. Quinn Priester is something crazy. I remember enjoying watching this kid pitch in the minor leagues when he was still with the Pittsburgh Pirates in their system before being traded to the Boston Red Sox and now to the Milwaukee Brewers. He's been dominant. He's been insane. He's been great. 5 hits in 6 innings, 1 run, and it was a sac fly by Vladdy that drove in that 1 run. 3 strikeouts, 3.28 ERA, so very stingy, and did a really good job against the Blue Jays lineup. That these are either flat or they're doing this good against the pitching. So it was really rough to see. This offense just can't find a foothold on any level, only going 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position. But in this kind of a game, only getting 4 runners into scoring position is already a challenge as it is. 7 hits for the Blue Jays, and the route to the loss to the 9 that were on the scoreboard for the Milwaukee Brewers. So earlier in this game, Brew Crew, Jackson Chorio's first at bat, nearly hits a home run. And in the midst of that, he gets robbed by a amazing play by Miles Straw playing center field. Straw goes and climbs the wall. Insanely good catch. Keyword insanely good catch. Because this thing it was only going to make the wall by like about that much. Yeah, we're talking centimeters here, not meters. But it was a beautiful catch by Miles Straw. And it's one of those things that just is it. So just to talk other pieces to this, Dalton Varsho, I don't see anything about him being put on the IL, but he did get plunked in the fingers the night before on Friday. It says day to day at the moment, but it's not a fun time getting plunked with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. But that would be why Miles Straw was in the lineup yesterday, and he made that insane catch. I do think that Varsho makes that catch equally, but it pays off so well to have 2 players like them that can just go get it on defense. So, anyway, let's talk the problem. The bullpen is still a massive issue for the Toronto Blue Jays. And en route to this loss, you would think that, okay, great, we're a tie game going into the 9th. We're right in hand for this. Wrong. To put it bluntly. Jeff Hoffman comes out and only records once again in another attempt to hold down the lead, hold the fort, be our best guy in our bullpen. He watches ERA climb to 5.11 yesterday, only recorded 2 outs, 3 hits. 2 of those were home runs. and 3 earned runs for the effort. And just throw a walk in. Why not? And he only recorded strikeouts on the two. No, he didn't record any strikeouts. Sorry, reading the wrong column. So those home runs, this whole thing was started by the returning from the IL list, Jackson Chourio at the dead center of it. So he hits a bomb into the Blue Jay or into his own bullpen. But at the end of the day, that was just the catalyst to putting the Brew Crew up on top. Really, right after that, Christian Yelich hits a ball that I still can't believe went out, but an opposite field bang that goes over the fence. 2 solo home runs. That was Chorio's 18th. Christian Yelich is 27th. Just really, really rough. Makes me sick thinking about it. And then, you know what? Isaac Collins just puts another double on top of it to score Sal Frelick, who was a speed demon who took that too. So 3 earned runs off of Jeff Hoffman. And it's starting to feel defeating that no matter what this team does, good or bad, earlier in the games, could have been nicer that the Blue Jays offense put up some numbers in this game to not put us in this position. Sure, but that's all ifs and buts. Hoffman has not been able to get people out, and it's starting to be very obnoxious. So the Blue Jays bullpen itself needs to figure out what they can do to down the stretch here, because September is going to be very long if we can't figure this whole thing out, and our competition is going to bite us and sneak up on us. So, and on that note, if you're scoreboard watching, the Yankees did pick up a game on us and are only 2 behind now. So Yankees 2, Red Sox 3.5 games behind as we just continue to move toward the playoffs. So that only has the Blue Jays there. We're currently not the first place division winner, so we would be second. Still would get us the bye along with the Detroit Tigers. And the Seattle Mariners are still not terribly far behind, along with the Kansas City Royals in that wild card as well. So it's going to be a fun race, everybody. It's going to get wild. I have a strange feeling. So make sure you check back here every day and we'll talk all that out. But today, the Blue Jays have one more. Max Scherzer versus Brandon Woodruff, and that's going to be a fun one too. Max hoping to stop this slide and do what he's been doing. 5-2 in his very few starts, 12 for the Blue Jays so far. 3.82 ERA, and he has been only getting better, it seemed like, until this last little run-in where he had a little bit of a control issue against the Minnesota Twinkies. So he'll be on the mound facing Brandon Woodruff, another guy that has also been only pitching so long. He's in his 9th, his 10th start of the year, 3.10 ERA, and he's been doing really good since he's joined the team from the IL. So there you go. That'll be the game today. The Blue Jays will be playing at 1:30 at the Dome, so make sure you check it out and go from there. But it's going to be an interesting matchup today against the Brew Crew versus the Blue Jays as far as this pitching matchup goes. Christian Yelich, unfortunately, has seen a lot of Max Scherzer, and in 42 career at-bats, he's batting .310 with 3 home runs and 6 RBIs. So might want to watch out for Christian Yelich, who also seems like he's been heating up of late. So, talk to you tomorrow, everybody. Great day. Hopefully the Blue Jays squeak one out here and avoid the sweep. And we will talk all things Toronto Blue Jays tomorrow. Have a great day. Cheers. Go Jays.